Hello, we're back with another fun-filled aggregate. Today we've got Big Mix. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
And we've got Michael White, aka Leron 3 Theaters. What's your Tyler crashed the party? Oh, fun story. That's a great little. I didn't even read that today. Mike was back in Portland this last weekend, and we invited him over for a little backyard hangout, and all of a sudden, one of our assistant coaches from Milwaukee showed up, and we didn't even know he was going to be there. And I was like, "How do you even know? Mike's thousands of miles away from his house. How did you even know he was going to be here?" And yeah, Tyler just showed up, and it was fun. A fun little get together, but we had no idea he was showing up. So that's why Tyler crashed the party is his little deal today. Big Mix is fundamentally sound as usual. Even your caption is fundamentally sound. That's really ironic. That's a piece of art right there.
Thank you.
And then mine is Pat Sajak Jr. because today we're going to spin the wheel and I will be the host.
Oh, yeah.
Mike, you can be my Vanna White. So I need you to get something shiny and revealing on.
And not your head.
Yes, yeah. Just pull your shirt down a little bit. Show us some cleavage. So yeah, we ran a little bit late today. I just wanted to share this with everybody because I hold nothing back. That's what we do here on the Aggregate. So this weekend, and I've got my LLD background on, as you can see, they're having their annual big arm wrestling Summer Bash tournament, which wasn't named Summer Bash until this year, but we wanted to name it something WWE. So we started calling it Summer Bash, which I think is kind of fun. So they're holding that tournament. So the wife and the child are out, and I am batching it up. And first night, it's okay. I'm by myself. Play a little Rocket League with Big Mix. We were hanging out. Second night, I'm like, what do I have for dinner here? And what do you have when you're a single man? You have Hamburger Helper. So I go to the cupboard. I got my pound of meat. And I'm talking about my meat, not my meat, Mike. So I go to the cupboard and I've got two kinds of Hamburger Helper. I've got cheeseburger macaroni, which is always a favorite. I really like the stroganoff, but we didn't have any. The other choice was simply called beef pasta. Now, Hamburger Help in itself is beef and pasta.
Yeah, uninspiring.
It really is uninspiring. But you know what? I'm bored. There's nobody here. Let's go with the beef pasta. So I pull out the beef pasta. I make it up. I make some Pillsbury biscuits to go with it. Now, when I make it up, it is like something they would probably serve in prison. It is pasta, and I'm not even joking. It is pasta and beef and like a brown gravy. And so it's just hot and brown. And when I say hot and brown, my body processed it that way. So today we were a little bit late starting the show because hot and brown coming in, hot and brown coming out. So to all of my 12 viewers that are going to watch this, I just want you to know I'm doing better. I don't know who will play me in the movie yet. I'm thinking maybe Jack Black. They might young him down just a little bit because he might be a little bit older. But yeah. A heart-wrenching. I can see Jack Black really bringing out like the intensity of this experience. But I've got my Pepto-Bismol, and we're ready to go. Yeah. Today, in honor of the NFL, we've been playing a lot with the Wheel of Names. Today, we're going to bust out the Wheel of Names, and we are going to spin it. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what we're working with today. So the Wheel of Names has all 32 NFL franchises on it. We're going to spin the wheel, and we're going to choose a position, and we're just going to do some offensive skill positions here. Nothing too fancy. And then we're going to choose a player from that team's history. So, for instance, we spin the wheel for quarterback and we get 49ers. We can pick Joe Montana or Steve Young or, I don't know, pick Elvis Gerbach if you want to. Mm-hmm. Pick Steve DeBerg if you want to. Just as long as they're a real quarterback, not Chris DeBerg, the guy that sang Lady in Red.
Mm.
So we're going to go through that. Pretty easy. We'll see how it goes. Kind of fun for some NFL historians. Please, I'm going to encourage the 12 people that watch this to put in comments names that we missed, because Mix and I did an NBA one a couple weeks ago. Yeah, we missed one big time. We were filling in players with the letter of the first name, and we got V. And
one of my favorite players I forgot about.
Yeah, Mix was like V, and so we're thinking Vernon Maxwell or Nick Van Exel. I think you ended up with Keith Van Horn. And
or Victor Oladipo. I don't know.
Victor Oladipo. Yeah, I mean, so there's these V names, and there's some that we forgot. And I get a text from our cousin Damien about 15 minutes after the thing posts, because he likes to watch it and watch our silliness. And he just, Vince Carter, question mark. And I was like, oh my God, we're fucking idiots. So we'll miss some stuff. So put in the comments if we come on a name and we don't think of somebody. It's perfectly fine to question us. So
I just want to personally apologize to Damien for missing Vince Carter.
Yeah,
I let him down.
Yeah, that was shitty. We both did. We both forgot it. So all right. Well, we're gonna pick one quarterback, one running back, two receivers, a tight end, a flex position. So you can choose running back, tight end, or receiver. And then we're going to choose one defensive player from each franchise. So apologies if we delay, if we get like some shitty like Chargers and we forget like a receiver or something. But we'll do the best we can. And we'll feel free. We can help each other just in case, if we have to help each other out a little bit. This isn't a competition. This is just for the fun of NFL history. So let's, you guys ready to spin the wheel?
Let's do it.
We're going to start with Mix first, and we're going to be doing quarterbacks. So how about a little fun music here first, just to start us off? Not enough to get us, muted or anything. All right, here we go. Let's spin the wheel of names.
Oh, God, I was just thinking no Titans, no Titans.
Titans. Okay, so you've got the Titans. You've got quarterback.
I'm going to go with McNabb.
You're going to go with, no, not McNabb. You mean McNair?
McNair, yeah.
All right.
We are
going Steve, Air, McNair. Anybody remember where he played?
McNair played at Alcorn.
Yeah, very good.
Wow.
Look at the big brain on Brad. Nice.
Well played.
Yeah, you smart motherfucker. Yeah, Alcorn State, actually. I mean, if you want to get technical, but yeah. Steve Air McNair, good little running quarterback, went to one Super Bowl, lost it by like a yard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the Rams tackled his receiver at the 1 yard line when they were tying it up. Died young, yeah? Died tragically. I don't know if anyone remembers how. I don't.
Yeah, he was cheating on his wife and he got killed, got shot.
Did she shoot him?
It was like, I think it was like that girl's like ex-boyfriend or something. It was crazy.
Woo! That's crazy stuff. Yeah, that's
it's fun to watch though.
Very fun to watch. Very fun to watch. And good little ball player. All right, so let's go back here to the wheel of names. Mike, you ready for your spin?
Yes.
When we're not going to remove it, we're going to keep all the teams on here for everyone. So you could get Titans again. So hello, Ryan Tannehill, if you get this one. All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Rams. Not horrible.
Crowd's into it.
Mike, who we getting on the Rams here?
I mean, I'm probably gonna go Kurt Warner. Yeah, I'll go Kurt Warner.
Who else were you thinking?
Carson Palmer.
Carson Palmer didn't play for the Rams.
He did. I thought he played. No, there's Arizona. That's right. Rams. Jim Everett.
I was just gonna say Jim Everett or Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I like him. Yeah, I think he's a better Lion.
No, yeah. He feels more like a Lion, but we would accept Matthew Stafford. All right, so you're going Kurt Warner. Not a bad pick at all. Guy goes from stocking shelves to being a Super Bowl champion quarterback. Even though they did lay an egg against New England, they did beat Tennessee. Kurt Warner beat Steve McNair in the Super Bowl, yeah?
Yeah.
And then people don't give Kurt Warner enough love for taking the Cardinals to the Super Bowl. Like,
right.
Yes, like how did that happen? So yeah, Kurt Warner, not a bad pick. All right.
Greatest
Let's bring back the wheel. We'll close that. Here we go. Oh, fuck my life. There's part of me that doesn't want to pick Matthew Stafford just because we just picked him. But yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I can't think. I don't want Jim Everett. I mean, he had a great little crew with Henry Ellard and Flipper Anderson and all them. But yeah, I think I have to go.
Ooh,
Matthew Stafford. Okay, we're on to the running backs, which you know what that means. Because I'm just flipping around screens here. This doesn't let me just flip from screen to screen. I wish I could. All right. Mix. You like your running backs?
I do like my running backs. We'll see if I get a team I like here. Come on.
That's easy.
That's so easy. It's almost too easy.
Yeah.
Just type his name up there.
Let's see. When you think of Denver now, I'll tell you what, though. Denver did have a stretch there where they had like 3 or 4. See, you could go a couple different ways with this. They had 3 or 4 different guys run for 1,000 yards. Obviously, Terrell Davis, the best one of them all. He was, I believe, MVP of the league and MVP of the Super Bowl at the same time, or leading rusher.
And suffering from a migraine.
Oh, yeah. He had that migraine. He had to be used as a decoy that one Super Bowl, but won a couple in a row with John Elway. I believe, did Frank Gore play for them early in his career? I'm not 100% sure. Somebody can fact check me on that. Somebody see if Frank Gore played for Denver.
Did see,
but they had some good. I mean, you could have gone Tecmo and put Sammy Winder in there.
That's true.
But yeah,
I think my second favorite, even though he wasn't there that long, it was at the end of his. I think it was the end of his, or was the beginning. Clinton Portis ran for him for a while.
Good pick,
right, Clinton Portis. Yeah,
Clinton Portis was one of those guys that was just that he was one in that rotation. They had a guy there named like Mike Johnson or somebody that ran for 1,000 yards. Like they had that zone running scheme that was really, really good for everybody.
I think like no Sean Moreno may run for 1,000 yards too. So
no Sean Moreno. That's a deep ass cut right there.
Frank Gore did not play for them. He played for the Niners, the Colts, the Dolphins, the Bills, and the Jets.
Gotcha. Memories fading, like Ed Sheeran says, man.
Sense. He fits the Denver Broncos kind of
right. You kind of think you're just like, oh yeah, maybe he did play for him. I'm just gaslighting you guys. I'm just making you think whatever I want to at this point. All right, let's go back to the wheel. All right, Mike. Do you like your wide receivers more than running backs? Or do you like your running backs?
That's a great question. Probably my receivers.
You seem like a receivers guy.
Yeah.
But who's your running back going to be from? There's a couple different ways you can go with the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah, could I? Because I got two, and I thought Mike Allstott was a fullback.
No, my friend. Mike Allstott's whatever he wants to be.
Right? He's listed. I look it up. He's listed as a running back as well.
Well, when Work Done was hurt, he ran for well over 1,000 yards, I believe.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. I was going to pick Work Done, but I love Mike Allstott. Work Done is just he's kind of like a Walmart Barry Sanders to me. Like, he was really, really good. And that's not a knock by calling him a Walmart Barry Sanders. Just there's no other Barry Sanders, but yeah, he was fun to watch. Super slippery.
Yeah, no, Work Done was great. So you going with Allstott?
No, Work Done.
Oh, you are going with Work Done. I'm sorry. I thought you were going with "You're in good hands with Allstott."
The Great Hands Award.
All right, the Great Hands, Steve Jones and the Great Hands Award. Even though you never saw his hands on the screen, a little suspect for those of you who are into the old Blazers lore. Okay, running backs. Now, I love my running backs, and if I could get somebody from Nebraska, I will. If the Niners come up, I'm taking Roger Craig and Tom Rathman. Give me the Lions. Give me the Lions. Best running back ever. Give me the Lions. Oh, fuck your mom. Okay. You know what, though? Nah, you can eat a dick. I got this one. So, we're going Baltimore Ravens, but where did Baltimore come from?
Indy.
Cleveland.
No.
Cleveland?
Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, Cleveland.
They were the Browns. So, in honor of that, I am going old school. Ernest Biner from the Cleveland franchise that moved to Baltimore. And for those that don't know, Ernest Biner ran for Cleveland for a while, moved to Washington, won a Super Bowl with Washington Redskins in 91, not the 87 year that Timmy Smith ran for the Super Bowl record, but Ernest Biner on there. I almost went Kevin Mack just to give the nod to Tecmo Bowl because he was such a Tecmo Bowl legend running back, but he didn't have the longevity of an Ernest Biner. So we're going Ernest Biner. All right, Mix, we've got wide receivers coming up. I lost my music. I get that going.
Packers.
Oh, rack 'em, stack 'em, Mr. Packham. All right. Packers. What are you thinking here? There's one name that comes to mind for me, but what are you thinking?
Sterling.
You thinking Sterling Sharp?
Yeah, I'm thinking Sterling Sharp.
That was the name that came to my head. Did anything else to come to either of your guys' head?
Like that's the immediate hit for me is him.
Yeah. Oh gosh, what is his name? Little speedster from Golden Tate. Calvin Johnson. No, not Golden Tate.
Don Beebe?
Don Beebe is Buffalo, I thought.
Somebody fact check. Did Don Beebe play for the Packers? I'm thinking of Antonio Freeman from the Favre years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of James Lofton. Played there, I believe, before he played for the Bills.
Yes, he played for the Packers. Yeah.
Who did?
Beebe.
Yeah, Beebe did. Who was the white guy that was just there recently that was pretty good?
Jordy Nelson?
There you go.
Yeah,
Jordy Nelson.
Nelson.
Nice pull. So you'd think they've gone through Favre. They had Mikowski before that. They had Andre Rison too. He was Super Bowl MVP.
That's right.
But you'd think with Mikowski to Favre to Rodgers, they would have just a litany of Hall of Fame receivers.
Yeah.
But they really don't. Sterling Sharp's really like the only one who like sticks out. So
yeah,
good
but
pick
I
there.
don't think he's like I mean, it's just name recognition because like they had Donald Driver, which probably has more yards than Sharp did.
Oh, contraire. I would look that one up. Let's look that one up while we're here. Nobody's watching anyway. So let's look up Sterling Sharp, because I believe Sterling Sharp was a Triple Crown winner though one year when he was there. And I think he had a few good years. I won't spin yet, but look up somebody look up Sterling Sharp's numbers versus Donald Driver's.
I got you.
And I'll get the wheel up while we're doing that. We like to educate here on the aggregate. Donald Driver has played longer than Sterling Sharp did.
Yeah, but as we know, as LeBron is teaching us, just because you have the numbers doesn't mean they're quality numbers.
That's true. You can just stack numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Donald Driver, franchise leader in receptions and receiving yards.
What's his totals?
743 receptions, 10,137
Woo!
receiving yards. Sterling
That
Sharp
is a lot.
Where is his numbers? I don't have his. 595 receptions and 8,134 receiving yards.
Well, good call then. Donald Driver is the greater Packer.
Well,
I think
Sharp has 65 touchdowns to Driver 62.
Yeah, I think Sterling Sharp just had the shorter career, but he was damn good when he was there.
Oh yeah, I'd pick him over Driver anyway.
Yeah. Sterling Sharp, got to have one game. It's kind of like taking, the shorter career of like Jim Brown over somebody who did like Emmitt Smith.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mikey, you ready for a receiver?
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be Titans again. You're gonna get nobody.
No whammies.
Okay, there's a couple to choose from at least. How long will it take for you to think of a good Jacksonville Jaguar wide receiver?
It's either Keenan McCardell or Jimmy Smith.
Right off the bat, good for you.
Probably McCardell.
Going McCardell?
Yeah.
Yeah, Keenan McCardell probably. I bet he has more yards with the Jaguars. Jimmy Smith played for the Cowboys too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. You're kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the same thing on either of them. You got Mark Brunell throwing to them. So they had their good little run in the mid 90s there. So yeah, not much to say about that. It's the fucking Jaguars. Like you don't really want to get them for anything. Yeah. Says the guy who's going to spin them again right now for his own team.
Yeah, let's not hang out on that side of the wheel anymore.
That wheel's bad. That side of the wheel's bad. Oh, let's go.
Oh, is there any doubt who this white guy is choosing? There's no doubt at all who this white guy is choosing.
I'm going to pick the largest. Well, maybe not the largest wide receiver. We're going to go with Steve Largent.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp.
Hey, that's a no-brainer. Next.
Yeah, Steve Largent. I mean, again, just not even to be funny, but is he only the greatest white receiver ever? He retired as the leading receiver in NFL history. I don't know if you guys knew that before Jerry Rice came around. And so, but what a good route runner. And have you ever watched a highlight of Steve Largent? Watch highlights of Steve Largent. The guy's always open, and I can't imagine that the DBs were that bad. He was always open. Like his in and out breaks were so good. And he had like Jim Zorn throwing to him. It's not even like he had a stud. But yeah, Largent, pretty damn special.
He would have been even better if freaking what's his name was his quarterback? Oh gosh. name. The guy can't even say his name anymore. He struck my memory brain.
Oh, Gino?
Gino. There we go.
You love you some Gino.
The fact that I couldn't say his name
without throwing up in your mouth a little bit.
Yes.
You're just like Geno Smith. Ugh, oh my God, it's beef pasta.
Right? He is the face of beef pasta.
Geno Smith is now going to be the spokesman for Hamburger Helper beef pasta. Oh, achievement unlocked. All right, let's get back to the music. I like the music while we spin. You ready for your second receiver?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Boy, that was going to be shitty either way.
Yeah, it was.
Like, that wasn't going to end well no matter what it was. So, okay, well, that probably the less shitty of the two, even though New England did have Randy Moss for a couple of years.
Mm.
You could have done that. Now you fucked, mister. So, who are you picking on the Jets?
Oh, God. You almost just have to go with name recognition because I couldn't tell you his stats. So, I'm just going to go.
I could think of two.
Is one of them Lavernius Coles?
No. Oh, no. See, this is where we need to help each other. So, when I think Jets, I'm going to go with either Brandon Marshall, who had some good seasons there, or I'm going to go old school 1980s and say Al Toon.
Oh, Al Toon. I mean, Wayne Corbett was a fan favorite there for a long time.
Oh, you could go Wayne Corbett. That's true. You could get a slot. So which one are you going with?
Shit, I don't know. Yeah, Don Maynard.
Wesley Walker. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Corbett.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's just a fun. That's like choosing Jeremy Lin. It's just like flash in the pan, just a little fun thing that happened for a little bit, but didn't stick around for very long because I mean, it's Wayne Corbett.
He's just a little guy.
He is just a little guy, but he was out there trying.
Yeah,
he was an effort guy. Okay, Mike. Let's get you another wide receiver. Watch it go Jets. Oh, fuck your mom. Look at that. Oh, God. Why do we even play this game if we're going to do shit like that?
There's some good receivers on this team. Obviously.
You're like John Taylor.
I can't recall any of them, though.
I'm gonna go with the dude chiseled in stone, Terrell Owens.
He likes his. I mean, yeah. Why go with the greatest receiver ever when you can have T.O.?
Yeah, he does push-ups in his driveway.
That's true. I like how Mike is little. Mike doesn't go Matthew Stafford. He goes Kurt Warner. He doesn't go Allstott. He goes Dunn. He doesn't go Jimmy Smith. He goes McCardell. He doesn't go Jerry Rice. He goes Terrell Owens. Like when everyone's zigging, Mike's zagging. He's going to keep you guessing a little bit.
He pick from the heart, Mike. I appreciate that.
I do.
He does. I'm going to appreciate it when I get the Niners and I get Jerry Rice.
I'll get if you get the Seahawks, you get a chance to get Jerry Rice. He was a Seahawk.
Oh, that's true. I don't even know who I would pick if I get the Seahawks again. Hey, are you kidding me? You know what? Screw this game. Like, BJ and I were talking about this game, and we were like, oh, yeah, there's there's only going to be 3 of us. There's going to be a lot of people to pick and blah, 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 blah. And then I get the Bears receiving core. The Bears who have had the worst passing game over any team
in history of NFL. Yeah.
In the history of the NFL. And you're not even joking. But there was one guy who dominated on Tecmo Bowl. And was the leading receiver in the 85 season. I'm going Willie Galt, track star. So, see, here's what I'm doing here. I've got my route runner in Steve Largent, and then I've got my deep threat in Willie Galt, who was Tyreek Hill before Tyreek Hill. That's just my way of justifying Bears receiver.
So Walter Payton actually had more receiving yards than Willie Gault all time.
That's all time. I'm going flash in the pan, 1985. Okay. And I'm going Tecmo legend. I should have gone Cap Boso. I guess he's a tight end. Yeah. Any other suggestions? Who would you guys have gone if you got the Bears? Brandon Marshall again?
That's the only other one. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
unless you say like Hester.
So I thought I was like, okay, Devin Hester, because then I've got a returner, but that's not the game we're playing. We're saying we're gonna line up for one game. We're gonna do this. But yeah, Devin Hester would probably be the other one. But I mean, how many receiving yards did Devin Hester really have?
Yeah.
Like probably not very many.
They didn't have a quarterback to throw to him.
They've never had a quarterback. Like who's been their best quarterback? Huh?
Curtis Conway?
McMahon.
Curtis Conway probably I bet Curtis Conway's up there on their all-time. Yeah, is McMahon their best quarterback that they've ever had?
Or no, what's his name? Who's the dude who went from what's his name?
Tom Zach?
Played for Pittsburgh. Oh, what was his name? He's got arrested for a DUI. No, he's the Broncos quarterback. He was the Broncos and he was a Chicago quarterback. What was his name?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. You're not Plummer.
No, let me see.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He had a couple good years in Chicago.
Denver.
But yeah, they've never really had like good receivers there. They've got some good guys there now.
Jay Cutler.
There you go. It rhymes with Jake Plummer. Yeah, no, they've got some good receivers there now, and maybe Caleb Williams can do some stuff there. He's got a good offensive coach there now too, so that's not bad. All right, we're on to tight ends. Tight ends is tough if you get the wrong team. If you get the right team, it's really easy. But there's really only been like 10 great tight ends in the history of the NFL. So
yeah,
this might be some name recognition stuff right here. So, all right, you ready, Mix?
Mm-hmm.
Tight end it up here.
Oh, come on.
You're going to have to hit Wikipedia for this one.
God.
The Jets. Who the hell plays tight end for the Jets? I can't even name one.
Jesus.
I literally can't name one, and I am as much of a historian as anyone that I know.
I'm looking right now.
Because this is going to be the worst choice.
Wayne Corbett.
Crash my computer.
Wayne Corbett.
Right. We're going to line up Wayne Corbett at tight end.
Oh, here's a name that you'll actually two that I actually recognize.
Okay.
Barely. Where's it? Dustin Keller.
Okay, blocker.
Blocker. I mean, so their leading tight end of all time is Mickey Schuler.
Oh,
Mickey Schuler played 78 to 89 for them, so he was like a legacy. Yeah. Anthony Becht.
Oh,
blocker.
Becht. Yeah.
Chris Baker, the touchdown maker.
Chris Baker, the unknown maker. Who are you going with?
Oh God, there's so many. Bubba Franks.
This is horrible.
He played 1 year.
Who?
Bubba Franks.
Oh yeah. Bubba Franks, wasn't he like on the Packers for a long time?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Dustin Keller.
All right.
Just
because
I recognize that name.
You're the only one that does. Dustin Keller.
I think he played with Corbett, I think.
Yeah. This is where the wheel giveth and the wheel taketh away. Like, you get to the Jets. Well, honestly, you get to the Jets in pretty much every position on this thing, and it's just going to be a shit show offensively.
Why did I get the Jets twice?
Because, man, the wheel is a shrew. She does what she wants.
Got to reevaluate my life.
The wheel is 28 years later.
Yeah, just big expectations and low delivery, and like me in the bedroom. All right, Mikey, let's see who you get for tight end here.
No whammies.
Oh,
Oh, you've got
oh
to be.
no.
Okay.
Okay, so perfect example of the wheel giveth and the wheel taketh away. You almost got the backup Jets tight end,
Mhm.
and instead you get the Baltimore Ravens. So let's see if you can pull this one out of your ass.
Anquan Bolden.
Oh, so wait, are we gonna have both Sharp brothers? Wow. I'm not even asking you who it is. I'm just giving you that person.
It's Caden Wisenhunt.
Shannon Sharp. Okay, for funsies, can you name another Baltimore tight end?
Anquan Bolden.
He's not a tight end. Stop it.
I mean, he's listed. I just pulled it up. Todd Heap. I mean,
Todd Heap. That's a Madden 2002 legend right there.
Yeah, it is.
That's a great pull right there. Are you looking at something? Are you looking at Wikipedia?
I'm just looking at my list that I have.
Oh, do you have a list for every position on every team?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
What do you have this on? Do you have this on like iPad or something?
I'm just on my MacBook, but I made a list. I compiled it before we did this.
Did you use AI?
No.
Oh, Jesus, grinder. You deserve Todd Heap. That's a great pull.
Well,
if I could put a little crown on you now, I would.
If we use Jeremy's rules and pick from the Browns.
That's true. I was gonna do that. I was gonna have a whole sub list.
Ozzie Newsome then.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that, and he's still the GM there, I believe. But yeah, Ozzie Newsome would have been a good pick too. But yeah, Sharp's the pick.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go, Jets.
Like Jaguars.
No, you're fucking
my
me. Okay.
This
You
is
almost
rigged.
had it. I was pulling for it.
You see, if you could hear the inside, like Mike's inner dialogue, he was just like, "Dreams do come true." Like he was really ready for that.
Yes.
Yeah, he was really for me to type in Anthony Becht on my screen. All right. Well, we just talked about it, so no point in dragging that one on. All right, Mix. We're on to the flex position. This is a choose your own adventure. Do you want to go 2 running backs, a little pro eye? Do you want to do a 3 wide receivers? Do you want to go some deuce formation, a little 2 tight end, 2 wide receiver? Your choice. This is a come as you are.
What can you go? Since it's kind of everything, can you even throw QB on there or no?
No, you can't play
No.
2 QBs. How you doing that? You're doing that double pass bullshit.
I'm trying
now,
to run 2
high school.
quarterbacks.
Yeah, Mike. You would be the high school coach that never won a game, but would be the most fun to watch because you would be like running reverses every 3rd play, and you'd be double passing and fumble Rooski and Statue of Liberty, and yeah, you would you'd be all over the place. You'd be 0-12 every year, but damn it, you would like
on ESPN.
But the only coach to successfully run the wrong ball play twice in a row.
No, Mike would be like those guys that like never punt. Like they're backed up on their 10 and he's just like 4th and 17. We can do this.
Fuck it. Let's go.
Yeah. He's like, we got a hook and ladder. Let's do it. Yeah. All right, Mix. Here comes the flex.
Fucking Jets.
Oh, interesting. So you've got to choose your own adventure here. You've got a couple good running backs to choose from. You've got 1 really wide receiver I could see choosing from. But the choice is yours. Where do you want to go with the Panthers?
I think since this is a flex, we'll pick a true flex. We'll go with McCaffrey.
That's a good one.
You can line him up in the slot. You can put him in the backfield. Shit, you can put him outside if you want to.
I don't know. I think his dad was a better player than he was. Little Ed McCaffrey receiver action.
Well, pure receiver, sure, but I don't. I'm not giving Eddie Boy the ball up the middle.
No, not at all. Christian McCaffrey, good ball player, needs to stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucks up everybody's fantasy season
Every time.
Yeah, just messes it up big time. But then it's like you see him at the top of the list, and you have to take him.
Well,
and
yeah, because then you could win the first half of the season.
Yeah, and then at least try and coast and pick up a flyer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mike, you ready for the Jets?
Yes, I'm actually pulling for it now. For me too.
We need somebody on here who's just god awful at the skill position. I don't even know if we can get one worse than we've had, but believe in something. Okay, here's an interesting one. Rich in tradition. Going
Storied
back to,
franchise.
Yeah. Dare I say the Redskins? Can I say Redskins anymore? I don't think you can.
I don't think you can either.
But we can say Washington franchise. What were they? They were the Washington football team for a while because their owner refused to go away from Redskins. So Washington, long history there. Who you got as your flex?
Probably Clinton Portis.
Going Clinton Portis, going 2 running backs, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. A little pro formation, maybe some split back with work done.
That's a nice running back room.
That is a nice running back room. Plus, we've got Ernest Biner on here too. Washington's getting some love. So just for funsies, Mix, who would you have gone with from Washington?
For a flex?
Yeah.
I might have gone with Portis too. Like he was one of my favorite players, 15 years ago during that time. I was following them a lot, and I was in that area. So it was like all Clinton Portis all the time.
Was anybody thinking Gary Clark, Ricky Sanders, Art Monk from back in the day?
I was thinking Art Monk for a minute.
Yeah. Art Monk had the longevity. Ricky Sanders, probably the most talented. But he was short-lived. Gary Clark was they were all pretty good. I think they all had 1,000 yards in one season. It was like them and the Houston Oilers are the only ones that ever do that. But yeah, I was kind of thinking old school again. I live in the 80s, so
yeah. That team though with Santana Moss and Clinton Portis, they were fun to watch. Chris Cooley.
Yeah. Chris Cooley. Well, if I get Washington for a tight end, you know who I'm choosing now. So yeah, no, that's they did have a good little team. Who's their quarterback? They had RG3 for a bit.
They had RG3 back in the day is Doug Williams. Who's this their fucking quarterback? It was oh God.
You're talking in the 2000s.
Yeah.
I don't even remember who their quarterback was back then, or did they have just a litany of people running through there?
No, they had like Rippin for a long time.
Yeah, Rippin's like the 90s though. He won the 91 Super Bowl, so he was not around still.
Oh, what's his name? Campbell? I gotta look it up.
Yeah, you look it up while I go to the wheel. Okay, I'm going to spin for my tight end here.
Jason Campbell.
Oh, yeah. That's a bevy of riches right there.
This isn't rigged.
Right.
Yeah, this is so. Right off the bat, I've got 3 people and either one of them would be great. You've got Brent Jones, you've got Vernon Davis, and you've got George Kittle. And they're all Pro Bowl tight ends.
Mhm.
But again, boys and girls,
I love Kittle. I hate the
if you've been paying attention to anything, you know that I live in the Tecmo era. And I'm taking Brent Jones.
Nice.
Because I'm going double tight end. That's all I was thinking about the whole time. I'm going double tight end. I got Ernest Biner as my single back. I'm going to run some zone. I'm going to run some counter tray like the old Washington, dare I say, Redskins, and then I'm going to play action with Stafford. So I'm going 3. You guys thought I was going to take Jerry Rice, but no, I'm not doing that 3 wide receiver bullshit. This is football. You run the rock, man. All right. So now we get to the defensive side of it, and Mike's like, I hate defense, all offense. This is why we can't do defense with you, Mike. You will not be on the defensive episode. So no, the defense, we're just going to choose one player from that team's history of defense. Doesn't matter. He can be a lineman. He can be a backer. He can be in the secondary. Every team, you could think of shitty teams. They've had good defensive players, right?
Yeah.
So that being said, let's see if we can find someone who didn't have a good defensive player.
Jets.
And I'm sure BJ will
The
get
Jets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the Jets for the third friggin' time.
No, the Jets had who was the defensive end who had the sack record for a long time before he was a big Goomba. You'd have to look him up.
Before not Singletary, but
for Strahan.
Strahan.
All right, Mix. Here comes the defensive player for you.
No, keep going.
Wait,
Just
holy shit. That might be the
Wow.
worst fucking team on the whole board for defense. That literally might be the worst team at all for defense. Oh, God. And I'm struggling. I mean, I can think of a current player that's good on them, but yeah. Boy, that fucking sucks. There's a couple.
Anthony Munoz.
Huh? He's an offensive lineman.
He was. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Just pull him.
All right, Mix.
Well, there we go.
I don't know.
Like
Takeo Spikes. Like, I don't know.
There's Takeo Spikes. Okay. Trey Hendricks is there now at DN, and I think he led the league in sacks last year.
Carlos Dunlap.
Carlos.
It's like Dan Wilkinson.
Well, David Fulcher played safety. He was pretty good. But yeah, this might be the worst team literally that you could have gotten.
Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like is it Hendrickson or Hendricks?
Hendrickson, and he had led the league in sacks and
okay, yeah, that's the guy I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
But yeah, this kind of trash.
Yeah, it is.
So who do you got for your shitty defense?
Tim Crumry. No, I'm gonna go Takeo. It's the only one I can think of organically. So
I like that.
Oh boy, if I get Cincinnati, I'm gonna have to go to the Google machine because I couldn't think of another one.
Yeah, I don't think Takeo Spikes even played anywhere else.
No, I think he may have gone to New England at the end of his career.
I loved him. They put a ring on it. He didn't go nowhere.
All right, Mike. Let's attempt to make you a defensive guy here.
Let's try. I don't know about that. Let's try. I like crazy defensive ends, guys who just are coked up and. Oh man!
Oh Jesus Lord! And no pun intended.
I thought I was right. I thought I was going to get number 4, which I would love to have that. So that's tough because Reggie White is so good, but Charles Woodson's pretty tough too.
Oh, okay, yeah. I feel that, and they're both on the same team.
Yeah, so I'm going to zag. I'm going to go Woodson on that just because
I don't hate that.
I I liked Reggie White. He's a little psychotic. Charles Woodson, I just like his grit. He was just he was a tough dude. I like him. Reggie White was.
There's just a wealth of names you could have picked from.
Yeah.
I mean, Ray Nitschke,
Leroy Butler.
Hey, his name's Leroy. His mama named him Leroy. We call him Leroy. We don't say Leroy.
Okay.
Leroy.
Leroy. Clay Matthews.
Yeah. Clay Matthews. Did you put mine down? You did. Damn.
Nick Barnett.
Do you want to change it?
Yeah, I want Clay Matthews.
Where are we here?
That's my dude. I guess I do like some defensive players. Okay.
All right. Task completed. All right. And last and least, let's spin one more. Who shall we get? It's going to be Cincinnati.
I'm pretty looking this shit up.
Arizona Cardinals in the rich history that has been the Arizona Cardinals.
The Desert Swarm. Maybe that's a little hint for you.
Yeah. Do I honor the veteran? Let's see here.
Night Train Lane.
Okay, let's go to the Google machine here.
Freddie Joe Nunn.
Darnell Dockett.
Simeon Rice,
yeah. Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, so that's what I was just like. I was like, okay, Calais Campbell, maybe. Yeah.
Aeneas Williams.
I think Arizona should
Aeneas Williams.
They didn't have any defensive players. They only play offense, evidently.
Well, I mean, Tyrann Mathieu, pretty good too.
Yeah, it's all the secondary. It's
yeah. Well, who would you pick, Mike?
I was thinking Dockett.
Yeah, not bad. I think though I got to go back to the original thought, like BJ said.
Patrick Peterson though was good too. Buda Baker.
I thought Buda Baker too. I got to go Pat Tillman. A, you got to honor him for what he did. Yeah. B, he was really good while he played.
You know what?
He was Ronnie Lott, but white.
Great pick. I love that pick. I should have said that. Great pick.
Yeah, well, that's what BJ said. That's why he was just like kind of hinting at that. But yeah, the Pat Tillman, the whole story behind it's just great.
The story is dope. Yeah.
Yeah, those who don't know, Pat Tillman, he was a stud, hard-hitting safety, could cover, was just really good Pro Bowl type player, and then left his NFL career and millions of dollars to go fight in the Middle East, and then got killed by friendly fire too, which was fucked up.
Which was covered up, by the way. But
it was covered up too. They tried to cover it up, and then it came out. So so we got to honor Pat Tillman. He's our dude. All right. So again, we've got our teams complete here for the 12 viewers. Besides the like and the follow that I know that you'll put on here, give us a comment in the sections below. Tell us who we missed. Tell us who we didn't miss and we should have put in. And I'd be interested to read those comments. Anything else, boys, before we hop off for the day?
I want to see if someone will run this through AI to see which one of these teams would win in a round robin tournament.
I like that.
Can you do that? I'm so AI illiterate.
I can do that.
AI is always illiterate to me. Like I have no idea how to use AI for stuff.
I use AI all the time. I love AI.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that creating your own sex partner counts as using AI all the time.
That's true.
He just hangs his head and says, "Oh, you're right."
I'll
Yeah.
take a picture of this and then I'll run it.
How fast does it take to run that through something like that?
As soon as like just probably a minute and a half. I just got to type them all in.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So when it comes to stuff like that, I'm so literate. I don't even know. Like I said, it blows my mind like that Mix streams stuff and like shares clips online. I can barely like do this, and the program does it all for me, and it's still low rent, and it still barely gets up on YouTube. So using things like AI are just absolutely kills me.
I mean, AI is made for you, Jeremy.
If you guys chat, I can get it in a second.
That's true. That's true. AI is made for ignorant people like me, but then the ignorant people like me have to learn to use AI. It's a really vicious circle. It's like I don't know. It's like going to 7-Eleven to use the bathroom, but they make you buy a Diet Coke to use the bathroom.
Here's the thing, Jared. If you go to like the Chat GPT website or whatever, I actually had it for work for a while, because you can just type in, write a letter to to an organization and have it tell them about like the weather that's coming up or whatever, and it'll just type you a very professional letter about the weather that's happening that week, and you do a little bit of editing and send it out. It's perfect every time, just about. I mean, you have to go through it because a lot of times the context may be funny, but for organizational wide emails, I use that to start with all the time.
Yeah, those are, and I know people use them for like resumes, and there's some big uses for AI. But yeah, something like this I'd be interested to see, because you're putting in skill positions into AI, and are maybe 7-on-7 like a flag game, or a 7-on-7 or something like that, because it's not going to tell you who's going to win a real football game because you don't know who you have up front.
Can I present when I have this up?
What are you putting in there?
I'm putting in the rosters.
And do you just ask it like who would win in a football game?
Yeah, I said, just can you simulate who would win of these three teams?
Well, yeah, it's just going to take their stats and put them up against each other.
Well, then you're fucked with your Wayne Corbett and Dustin Keller.
I'm on the last one right now.
And I've got Willie Galt and 2 tight ends. I'm going to say Mike would probably win this one in AI. That's my prediction for it.
That's normally a good bet. Just bet on me on the offensive side of stuff for sure.
Always bet on black.
Right. I love that movie.
Dude, okay. Here's a fun story while we're waiting. So it's 1994. Thomas McCarthy and I are looking to go watch a movie, and our two choices are Passenger 57 and Pulp Fiction. And we went and saw Passenger 57.
Oh yeah.
What a failure of a choice. And our neighbors, Paul and Peggy that lived across the street from Tom, they had just seen Pulp Fiction. They said, "You guys got to see Pulp Fiction. It's really well written and well acted and done and this and that." And we were like, "Well, yeah, but it's like Wesley Snipes. It's like Nino Brown in a plane. He's a gangster. Like, we got to go see that."
I won.
I win. So did you really win?
Yeah, it says the winners, Team 2, Kurt Warner, worked on blah, blah, blah. They have the best blend of elite passing receivers and running, plus a Hall of Fame linebacker for defensive leadership.
Wow. Is that all it says?
Yeah. I wonder if I can show it.
Well, Jer, I think your defense just kind of laid down.
Oh, yeah. I bet Mike pretty much buried my defense.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We're going straight to hell. There's not even do not pass go. Just go straight to hell.
Yeah, I just don't know what the the final nail in the coffin was. But
Wow.
Let's see if it may not be able to record later. Okay, let's see if it
Can you share your screen?
selected tab to share. I'm trying. Let's see, share. See if that works.
Oh yeah.
So here's
You got to.
we've hacked into Mike's computer.
What is all this midget porn? What is this?
the Downies.
Is this Downey porn? Are you watching the Downies?
Right. So here we go. Can you see that?
No, man. We're looking at you twice. This is twice as ugly.
Here, maybe I can send it.
Yeah, be real careful, Mike. Your next move is very important.
This is the kind of shit that you end up in prison.
Why are you
It's
sweating,
not-
Mike?
Now I don't
It
even know how to get out of it.
Oh, okay. Try it again. Try and get on the screen that you're at, and it's telling me that you're sharing stuff. Like it'll say add to here, but
I'll have to figure
oh
it out.
shit!
Oh no!
That is the most horrific thing I've ever seen. Your fucking chud looking ass up on the screen twice.
That's so good. Oh,
Oh.
that's
Well,
so good.
okay. Well, we've established that Mike can use AI, but he can't share his screen. But we'll take your word for it. So, there he is again.
Jesus.
All your ads are just you.
There. Oh, it's so bad.
Okay. Yeah. We'll go ahead and I can't even get it off now, my screen.
Touch the box.
Hey, I'm not
Yeah.
falling for that one again.
There's no such thing as free candy. Well, this show spiraled into just a horrible hot mess of nonsense. But again, comment below if there's any players we missed. Comment and see who you think would have won, if you like any of these players. So with that, we will sign off, and thanks again for joining the Aggregate. Thanks for being here on an early Saturday morning, guys. Take care. We're out.